Okay, so as you seen in the last video, I'd stripped this anyway. I'm going to just go ahead and strip the rest of this just now. This here, I'm not too happy about. So I planned on stripping all this anyway, and I've decided I'm going to strip as much as I can off of this area as well, the bulkhead. Reason being, there is pieces of rust. This is probably due to the heat over the years with the engine and stuff, that certain areas of the paint's starting to fail. And if you see, do up my nail, it is chipping off. So I don't want to paint over that. Now there's just another, well, it's not an issue, but I'll let you have a look on something. I'm not going to put the paint stripper right up into there. The reason being, there's no corrosion up here. There's absolutely nothing up here. It's all good. So instead of stripping all this out, and then the chances of not getting under there is an absolute nightmare. So it's preserved, it's not touched, it can be rubbed down. So I will lightly take the stripper up to about this area, all the way along, okay, and then I'll get all that sanded down flush into the metal that's going to be all exposed here. I'll get all this treated with a PR15, and then we'll go into it with the Dronic stuff. Okay, that's going to be totally sealed up again. There's quite a bit of rust on these little brackets and stuff. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you know, the signs are there. So while it's all exposed, I might as well get as much as I can, and this inner arch as well. So I'll set it up in a wee time lapse, just to make it not too boring, because I would be here for, you know, I don't know how long, stripping it all off. But see, I'm going to take the stripper onto this area, carefully that nothing runs inside onto the floor, because I've done a lot of work to that. So I'll mask up this at the back, okay, put masking tape behind all these holes, so I'm not going to get paint stripper falling down in there. I don't want that, especially on these bits and stuff. We'll get the old sealant out, okay. There's a wee bit of corrosion starting under the sealant, especially this area. Again, it's just years of heat and gunk and everything coming off the engine. You know, this and this is all getting stripped, so it's going to be a messy job. I am going to get my sleeves up on this one. You know, I'm looking forward to it. Says I. An hour later I'll be, what have I done? No, but before I get everything ready to mock up the panels and stuff, I might as well just get all this paint off and get it all cleaned up and ready for any welding that takes place around this front of the car. So, hope you enjoy the video, and I'll follow with a few time lapses. I'm going for a coffee now, obviously. So, catch you in a bit. So that's me, get my wee cup of coffee. And how fast was that in between? I've got all the holes around this area, all masked up on the inside. This will stop any paint stripper running on the inside of the floor of the car after my work. So, yeah, we're just about to get ready for the paint stripper, so let's get started. So I've been busy this far with the Mini, getting all the paint taken off and then removing quite a bit of surface rust off the car. I've still got the underneath here, as you'll see, to do, and underneath the floor and so on, so it's quite a bit of cleaning up still to do to that. But we'll get there. What else? You know, I'll need to cut these daft tentacles off. I just kind of kept them as a reference for the wings, but I'm not going to need them shortly when I put the new panels on here. So I'm kind of torn between using the POR15 or dinitrol. I've got the dinitrol conver rust, and I've had absolutely no issues with that product. It's an excellent product as well, so I can do either or. The POR15 is going to be a little bit more work. The reason being is it's light sensitive, so it's going to be overcoated, and once you paint it on, it becomes like rock solid, so you need to either scuff it down or catch it in time and use a tie coat primer. It's a product from POR15 as well, and it just means it can be overpainted and so on. So I don't know, the dinitrol conver rust works into the metal. It converts any rust that's been, you know, edges that's been missed out or whatever, and it tackles that, you know, excellently. So decisions. I'll probably decide what to do nearer the time, but I'd like to do a demonstration in POR15 because it is an excellent product. I have covered the metal with metal prep, and it's a phosphoric solution, and basically what you do is you soak it. You've got to keep it wet for 30 minutes and so on. I like to leave it on and take it out with a Scotch-Brite. What I don't like to do at this point is, a lot of people make a mistake, is to strip the paint off, and it seems a great idea at the time, and you know, you can still get a great finish, but you get into it with a wire wheel or a drill or whatever. But you know, the problem with doing that, if you can understand metal, excuse me a wee second, like my pen, I'm stirring filler and stuff before I mix it with the spreader. Usually find that works quite well, but it, you know, makes kind of artistic designs and whatever. Anyway, excuse my my artwork, but if you think of metal, okay, you think of rust in the pigment, this metal, I mean, okay, this is all cleaned up, and this should sound like a blackboard. Okay, so what you've got to understand, that's a good key for paint to go into. Okay, it's roughened up, and that's what this does here. This does an excellent job of that. It etches it. Okay, so that's an etch. The reason you really want that is so that the POR15 or paint or whatever you're going to use is going to stick. You know, like crap to a blanket. It's going to take to it. It's not going to come off again. You're going to peeling or chipping or cracking in time to come. So think about metal like this. You know. I'm only kidding. It looks like me, doesn't it? Similarities. No, seriously, think about metal like that. Right? If you get your base coat or paint or whatever, your primer, you want the paint to go into this and stick. The problem is the rust's in there as well. So, you know, you take a wire wheel at high speed, you're basically knocking all that down, right? Microscopic, I won't do the blackboard again, microscopic, whatever you call it, right, in metal. You take the wire brush and that rust's in there, you're flattening all that down on top of the rust, and the rust's stuck in there. Okay, so, you know, especially with the UK weather and stuff, especially up here in Scotland with the sea air, right? Moisture, morning dew and everything. All this temperature change is going to affect that eventually. It will get in, and that's just going to activate your rust again, and your rust going to come back. So, yeah, that's highly recommended. I will get as much of that out as I can. Soak it for 30 minutes at least before, you know, you use a Scotch-Brite or something. Yeah, it's more work, but you know, it's free exercise. What you can do as well, if you just can't be bothered, turn your setting down really low. You know, and do it slowly. Work the rust out of the surface. Okay, there's another video I did using cider vinegar and molasses. I've forgotten what type of acid actually in molasses, but it's excellent for removing rust. It's sticky mess, and I would use a steamer to take it all off again. Messy work, it does work though. You've got to cover, mix up a solution of cider vinegar and molasses and paint it on. Sticky mess, tastes good actually. Cover it over in plastic bags. You need to really leave it overnight, and then, you know, steam clean it off. So anyway, I'm gibbering on. I've got this far with the Mini, hoping by the weekend to have these new panels fitted in, and we're going to have some sort of protection on this. But now I'm going to spend probably the rest of the best part of the day cleaning all the remains of this off. I've paint stripped all this. I'm now getting severe flash rust coming on the inner arches and stuff, as you'll see. The white stuff going along here, ugh, it's like chalk. That's the remains of the metal prep. It's been rinsed off at the top and left at the bottom. Won't do any harm, it'll come off no problem. So what we'll do, we're going to put another wee coat of paint stripper on the bottom of this just to clean it up, and I will, on very low speed, as I mentioned, use my little wire brush. It just gets everything out, all the little screws poking out here and stuff like that, cleans up the edges. I'll wash it down with what I prefer to use is thinners. I'll wash it down with that's Scotch-Brite, but then we'll dry it all off, and then we'll use the PR15 metal prep. Soak it for 30 minutes before you do anything to it, and it'll, you know, clean pretty much of it out. And then again, if you want to use the wire brush, that's how I do it. But say you need a good etch like the blackboard. You know, so yeah. Excuse me, coffee time. This is why I'm doing this. Just a wee update. Another thing I need to get into, I don't know if the camera will pick that up, there's a piece here where I want to weld the wings on, spot weld them, and there's a little cap that's underneath here closing this off. So I think it's been butt welded on somewhere. I'm going to have a closer look at that, but hopefully I'm going to get them off. So once I've either put I'll need to flick a coin over this, actually, to be honest, because PR15 and the dinitrol, they're both amazing products. I wouldn't, you know, use any of the other less. I would stay with those two brands personally. That's just me. Once I've painted that stuff on, either or, I'll go in all the edges with, you know, a seam sealer again and get out all that sealed up. Get all this sanded in. And the reason I didn't go all the way up with the paint stripper, there's absolutely no corrosion up in there. And to be honest with you, removing all that would just probably be silly. So, you know, I can feather all that in. That'll turn out fine. So that's my update, and I shall go on with the work. I'll do a wee time lapse or something doing this. You can watch me struggle, all crammed down to about 40 seconds. So anyway, smoke it on. Alright, so I've done a wee time lapse. What I did was I used the brush on the drill, very slow speed, just to try and get as much paint strip off as I can, and I'd painted a wee bit of paint thinners in here. It's just to get the last of the glue out of the seals, soften it up a bit. What I'm going to use now is the cleaner degreaser from PR15, and just spray this, this works, spray this on. You don't need a lot of this one, but it's just to neutralise the paint stripper and clean it all up a wee bit. Okay, I will go over this with my hot steam cleaner again eventually, but what I want to do is get the PR15 metal prep on this as quickly as possible, because I don't want it flash rusting again, and that will prevent it. So just give it a wee rinse down, like so, just to get all the crap off it. And I'll get rid of these newspapers as well. It's a messy job, but somebody's got to do it. You gotta do it, you gotta do it. Okay. I think what I'm going to actually have to do is just get a hot steamer and steam it off rather than scrub it up. It's really got to be clean. You can actually see it flash rusting there, see that? Now the metal prep will take care of that. Oh jeez. Right. You get the idea. Yeah, I'm going to have to go over this several times. All the wee nooks and crannies, as they say. Okay. It's taking shape. As I say, just got to keep cleaning. The metal is spotless. We'll give it a wee wipe down. It's worth it when it's done. I think that's our motto actually. What keeps us going? New clothes, what am I talking about? Worst wage, new clothes. New clothes. Well, I do need new clothes. Half of these clothes are 10 years old. That comes with children. As I'm sure most of you know. Comes with the territory. You know, this is actually looking quite squeaky clean. It's still got to be steam clean out. But as I said, I want the like, that's flash rust. I want the flash rust to stop best I can, so I've got to get the kids from school. So what I'm going to do, you can probably see that rust in front of your eyes. There's bits I really want to spend a bit of time on under here to really get the details out, get everything cleaned up and so on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray this with metal prep and leave it to soak. I'll get this mess cleared up and we'll go from there. You can actually see the flash rusting right before your eyes. Can you hear the difference to that compared to that? So that's what the metal prep will do anyway. It'll put an etch on and it'll stop the flash rusting coming back, mainly anyway. A couple of wee bits here, but we'll get on top of that, don't worry about that. So, right, time for metal prep. Yeehaw! Okay. Final prep. That's alright. As I say, keep this wet for at least 30 minutes. At least. That's the rule of thumb. It's got to be kept wet. Okay, it's important. Otherwise, you know, worky. It just won't work. So as I say, I just got to get this on as quickly as possible, and then I'll stop the flash list. We'll fill up this again. Just like good gold. Oh, very good stuff. By the way, guys, I know I've mentioned it before. You get this from frost.co.uk. A Frost. You go on the hub as well, Frost Hub. It's on the website. Great wee forum. You can go in and you'll get lots of like-minded people like yourself, and share lots of ideas as well, stuff like that. So if you're fed up the old YouTube videos or whatever, the hub's a great place. I'm going to spray this as well. This is going to need. Oh, do you reckon actually smell the metal? So first time, give it a right good soaky wokey. Alright. Okay. So we just keep this wet 30 minutes. Put a wee spray in there where it's kind of flashing. So there you have it. We'll rinse this off with some hot water once we're done. And it's easy as that. I was supposed to cut the grass today. Good lady's orders, so I'm probably not going to be in the good books tonight. Here we are. That's all I gotta say about that. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. Bye.